how important, Aashish, you've been writing a lot about the role of financial advisors, and there is no taking away from the fact that if you can get yourself a good advisor, you're sorted.
Yeah.
And that's the difficult part, isn't it? Many people are turning around and asking us the question, how do I select a good fund advisor? Where do I find one? I mean, we do tell them that you can go to a website of the regulator, they're listed, registered, but again, it's like saying I'm putting down 100,000 doctors and go figure out who's the good one for you. So how should an investor go about choosing the right advisor? How do you find them?
So first thing that I can tell you that in terms of good financial advisors, I have spent nearly 19-20 years in the industry, and I have been predominantly as part of my day job. It involves meeting a lot of financial advisors, and I can tell you one thing for sure, that every once in a while I meet a financial advisor who I come across, and I feel that, you know, if I don't want to manage my money anymore, then this is the guy I will ensure that he's my financial advisor. So being in the industry for nearly 20 years, if I still feel the need that I need a financial advisor, and someday I'll hand over everything and let them make decisions for me and just provide for what I need, then I'm sure you realize, you know, if someone like me feels the need to have a financial advisor being in the market's thick of things, then let me assure you that, you know, I think everybody needs a financial advisor. And I always give this example. If you watch Bomman Irani in this movie called Munna Bhai MBBS, you know what he says is that I may be the best surgeon on earth, but when it comes to operating on my own daughter, my hand is going to start shaking. So the reality is that everybody needs an advisor. Now, how do you identify a good advisor? I think 3 or 4 things. One, I really find it important to ask the advisor, where is your own money? Because, you know, I find that there could be some advisors who tell investors to put money in mutual funds, whereas they play the markets. And I don't think that's a great thing to be in.
Right.
I think what's good for you, you must recommend the same thing to your clients. So one is that where do advisors put their own money? I think that is an important criteria for me to select an advisor. Second is how consistent are in what they say. Third is that advisors should not ideally lead discussions with products. I think the discussion should be led with the customer first, and then the product is just a via media of the discussion. And the last is, I think, transparency. Because, you know, we discussed about direct plans and regular plans. I think all these plans and commissions are secondary. A good advisor definitely needs to be well compensated so that his interests are aligned with the customer. Now, whether that compensation is by way of commissions or whether it is by way of charging actually a fee, I think both of them need to have a mature discussion and be very clear where the earnings are coming from. But an advisor needs to be well compensated for sure to ensure that the loyalties are with the customer. So these are few things which I would look for.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.